And then the next scene is the slight delay in the peaceful march to the king's castle. Okay, so that's what they said they were going to do, right? They are going to peacefully and moderately march to the king's castle to show him who's boss and who's in charge here. Okay, wow, we have like a whole scene. Well, only 36 clues. Wow, lots of text. Okay, so now we actually have a browser to reference each of the scenes, because they're like, yeah, this is your whole knowledge coming together. Okay, so bunch of people got killed, and then bunch of things have happened. Oh, well, I guess we just start exploring, because there's a lot. There's a ship with some cannons in the port. Oh, that's the inn. Okay, so we've got like the location previously. They're still here playing cards. Nonsense, I'm not an idiot, but real men like us could beat those order party nitties even without any weapons. And he's still here playing cards, but I heard rumors you lost a cannon while gambling. Do you think they will try to kidnap the king? Me and my employer are getting out of this blasted country, yeah. Isn't she like one of the maids? Yeah, Edward Cloudsley maid. Got his handkerchief now. Stole it. I've instructed him to arrive at around 11:30. Most likely he will be in order party uniform. If he comes alone without any backup outside, approach him. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, you may proffer him the instructions if I gave you. Conceal your face, he may recognize you. Okay, yes, this is the maid from the dinner who was trying to kill Edmund Cloudsley, but instead killed his sister. So she's still working for someone else, doing some dealings, and that's why she has this handkerchief, right? Like the person she was meeting gave her the handkerchief. We've got some poster. He's still here peeling his lemons. All those other rats sneaking around here, this is no good. I hope they will just blackmail me and bugger off. He's like, okay, just get you what you want and leave me alone. Okay, yeah. Ada Baker is here for 2 nights. That's the maid. And Walter not 2 nights. But we can't go upstairs. There's nothing upstairs to inspect. So we can just leave. Yeah, interestingly, we're not naming anyone, like we're not assigning any names. We already have to know who is who without their pictures on this answer board to help us. Okay, next location. Oh yeah, it's the Mary and Peter Bailey. Dear husband, you are so brave and you have been drinking since early this morning. But what will we do now? What if the evil government men find us? She has a harp and she's got a book. Become the pure flower that I know you can be for me, Edmund Cloudsley, 7088, January 5th. Dear Mary, I know where your unworthy mate is hiding you. Soon I will free you from his dirty paws and ship him to colonies. While you, I will put on a pedestal of sweetest praise and you will become my ideal wife. Okay, that's from Edmund Cloudsley, because he was also courting her. Yes, for you, I will fight the tiger and win. Peter Bailey, yeah, we've seen that at the dinner. Mary, my uncle Edmund Cloudsley died in some robbery and I'm rich. Now your father will see me for the man that I am. Let's marry Peter. Oh yeah, because once Edmund died, I guess Peter finally got the money he was asking for. So he's here. Worry not and continue to feast, wife. Nothing can stand in my way. I will kill our enemies wherever we go. He's got almost empty whiskey glass. Yes, he's getting his demerits for sure. And he's still betting on horses, so probably his money won't last. There is a horse running through. He got a stump with number 7. Someone had that stump before. I have some small but pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian, the previous Proudby steward. I will be back at the camp for our 10 o'clock strategy meeting as planned, Lazarus. Okay? Yeah, heavy seal. Who had that stump before? Where was that? Here? Yeah, this guy. The doctor, James Turner, he had the stump. I don't know what the stump means, but he had it. Next thing, okay, that's the Sebastian Cloudsley's house. A pile of mangled and burnt corpses and an empty cannon. I assume the 2 things are connected somehow, but yeah, nothing else here. Wow, like we've been through 3 locations now and we only got 9 clues. There's a guy from the order. Oh, I recognize that voice. It is you. Isn't it poetic that you have fallen for the same trap as you did all those years ago? Stromer are your bane. Okay, so this references the situation that was at the cabin previously, because this is the cabin where the robbers and Edmund were like died in the explosion. But this is a Blackhand steward. I think that's what it was. So he's someone who was there at the time. Damn you, you cunning devil. Ah, you will find me in the place where we two first met. There we can talk. Empty pistol, loaded pistol, and he's been shot. Okay, so those two are some people that were at the cabin at that time. So yeah, for whatever reason, he wanted to show him. There's a hole in the window. We can go inside. Okay, there's the scarecrow. Yeah, hole through the head, bullet lodged in the wall. Okay. A white pigeon. I admit I may have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. I will come alone in peace so we can discuss your compensation. So some people that were from the cabin originally are now like, oh, you betrayed me, but come over here, but really it's a trap. And, this guy shoots the scarecrow, but because he was just going to kill the guy, but this guy's like, I've expected this, and I am going to shoot you instead. A newly invaded transportation device. It's a bicycle. Is that everything here? I guess. Someone's dead here as well. Yeah. Man in helmet with numerous cuts to his body, not breathing, and he's got a slightly dented saber with some blood on it. And there's signs for Belchester Castle, Blackfields, Crowthorns, Woodshire, Port, and Capital. So this is the castle they're marching to peacefully, of course. Here's the Admiral? General? The army dude. Why are you not working, you worthless piece of garbage? I am doing the same thing I saw Lazarus do during the merit execution. Oh, the idol's broken! It broke it. Because this is increase matter age, right? So this is for making things older? Or is he trying to experiment on this apple? But yeah, it's broken. Someone is like dented, and the eye is broken and everything. So whatever they did, they broke the idol. Yeah, we've got some woman here. This regime has to fall. It has taken everything from me. Watch is ticking and it shows 12:15. Navaja Blade. 1795, May 15, Capital Route Morning Report. At 8, a newfangled insurrectionist carriage passes by. At 8:30, an individual in insurrectionist uniform passes by on the new two-wheel contraption. At 10:15, two individuals in insurrectionist uniforms pass on horses. Okay, what are the insurrectionist uniforms? Is it the order uniforms because they're having an insurrection against the king? Is that what we're saying here? But yeah, she's like keeping track of what's going on. Military movements. Okay, I've got this camp. Okay, I assume that this car thing might be the new transportation thing as well. He is still here, yes. Comrade Lazarus has not yet returned for several hours. Comrades Alistar and James have gone to find him. If they do not return, we will organize more search parties to find the lost. Okay, so they were here, and they are some of the people that we were seeing out in the countryside. Yeah, we've got the Blackfield Manor, Lover's Islet, Mermaid Inn, Closely Cabin, Bellwood Crossroads, Party Camp, and Belchester Castle. So that's all the locations. Yeah, Lazarus Herst, he was in charge. Got some poison. Lazarus, you took 32 things from me. I demand you return them. If you refuse, I will make the story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. At 11:30 on May 15, meet me at the place the idol was stolen from our brotherhood and poor Willard Wright met his death. And come and bring proof something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. Tie your reply to the pigeon and release it from the cage. It will find me. This is an important note to the identities of some people. You took 32 things from me. So meet me in the place the idol was stolen from our brotherhood and poor Willard Wright met his death. Willard Wright dies here at the Mermaid Inn, right? Yes, Willard Wright was killed here, and the idol he had was stolen by David Goran for Edmund Cloudsley. So this person is saying, come to the Mermaid Inn. Yeah, come to the Mermaid Inn when that happened. Come and bring proof something personal of yours to give the veiled woman. So he meets Ada Baker, the servant there? So he is the person that exchanges something with her. Tiger replied to the pigeon and release it from the cage. It will find me. I will make the story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. So Lazarus appears like basically in the one about the Brotherhood. Walter Keane brings him. He brings him over like, oh yeah, he's a new dude I met and he's helped me and we should let him in the order. What was those origins? And yeah, he's got the Edmund Cloud's the notebook. Yeah, okay, David Goran, since his success at the Mermaid Inn has proven to be a resourceful and discreet professional. Nicholas Maker, cowardly but dutiful, useful up to the limit. Alistar Cole, pompous and vain, but being a military man is ready to obey and ready to kill. James Turner, yeah, greedy and hedonistic, requires constant material motivation to cooperate. And Walter Keane, ambitious and inventive, but treacherous as many smart people are. Okay, so this is apparently all our clues. This is all we're getting. Okay, so what we need to do. Early in the morning, someone went to something to do, like it's a verb and a person, so something with someone, because someone wanted to verb some nouns. Before noon, someone and someone went out to try and verb someone. Instead, they found the object at the something. On the way back, they started to something over it. In the afternoon, someone went to the location to verb someone, because someone had tried to verb someone to get back his something. Early in the morning, someone killed someone at the somewhere. Before noon, someone, yeah, okay, so this is like specifically at that time of day, someone killed someone else at location. So we had 3 dead bodies, right? We have, that's not a dead body. We have this guy here, dead. Just like, I know, slashed, stabbed, whatever. This guy here, dead. I mean, he's still saying things, but we can assume, you know, he about to be dead. So he shot through the window thinking he's gonna be killing someone, and instead it was a scarecrow and then the guy gets him from the back. So this is the pigeon. So I assume the released pigeon came back here, and that's the note. I admit I may have treated you unjustly after our long cooperation. I will come alone in peace so we can discuss your compensation. So this is the note that Lazarus Herst sent back to whoever was sending him that note about I'm gonna tell everyone. So what, is this Lazarus Herst then? Because he sends a note saying I will come alone in peace, but he doesn't come in peace because he comes in and tries to shoot the guy through the window, but it's a trap. So time now, because this woman here, she's got a clock and it's 12:15. So things happen in the morning and before noon, but it's 12:15 now and he's kind of not dead yet because he's speaking, but I assume he will be dead soon, or like after the hour. So are we saying that in the afternoon someone killed Lazarus Herst at the cabin? Because the note that she had here. I have instructed him to arrive at around 11:30. Most likely he will be in order party uniform. If he comes along without any backup outside, approach him. He gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, which is Edmund Cloud. So you may proffer him the instructions if I gave you. Consider your face, he may recognize you. Yeah, so she gives him the instruction to go meet the other guy, or no, to send a note via the pigeon or something. So this note tells Lazarus to go to the Mermaid Inn, where he meets Ada Baker, the servant, come alone, bring proof. Tyra replied the pigeon released from the cage. It will find me, right? So whatever she gives him leads him to the cabin, and there's the pigeon where this is Lazarus' reply. I admit I have treated you. So he comes and sees someone. So in this note he says, I will come alone in peace. We can discuss. There was something else. Okay, so this is Lazarus's note that says he has some business to attend at the property of our last brother Sebastian, the previous probably steward. I'll be back at 10, but he doesn't come back at 10. But I assume this is Lazarus giving this note to someone, so this is someone else's horse and note. Like Alistar had this stamp previously in a previous scene. I'm trying to find a different note I saw. A note that was talking about where someone met someone. Okay, so Alistar and James have gone to find him. Go and find Lazarus. So early in the morning, Lazarus left, yeah? And went to the inn to something. To find Ada Baker, right? Because she's, no, she's not on the list. Okay, because he doesn't know it's Ada Baker, he knows it's just someone. Because someone wanted to something the yellow thing. So we have body dead golden ideal golden idol or lost wife years. Okay, so before noon, Alistar and James Turner went out to try and find Lazarus Herst, right? Because that's what he's saying. He's not returned, and then they too went searching for him. Instead, they found the something at the something. On the way back, they started to do something over it. Well, so he has the golden idol now. So it's possible that they found the idol, like here, started to fight over it. That's what's happening. And that's why he has it, and that's why it's broken at the crossroads. And they started to fight over it. That's how, no. I assume the location might be incorrect. Where could have they found it? At the, well, if they came here, surely they would have like saw the dead bodies and whatever. Oh, but he tells Alistar that he's going to Brother Sebastian's property, which is this. So did they find it at the manor? Yes, okay, so he did go to the manor and for some reason the idol was there. So that leads to this, right? Like those things are connected. So Alistar is alive. So Alistar killed James Turner at the crossroads because that's where the body is. Oh, okay, we have to fill this whole thing in before confirming. Okay, so this is the note that said you will find me at the place where we two first met, which is this cabin. Who met at this cabin? Okay, so at this cabin, they all know each other. He knows all the servants. Those two guys are dead. And actually, he's supposed to be dead too, right? Is it? Like, the only new person is Walter Keane here. Like, that's not in this group already. So it's Walter Keane meeting someone from this group. So the note on this guy that says, find me in the place where we first two met. So it's Walter Keane and someone. He's a Black Hand steward. What is he during the ritual? Yeah, because Walter Keane was already in the order. And he was, because that's him, because he's challenged and survives. He was a Darkhand steward. So that is, Walter Keane is this guy, he kills someone. Walter Keane kills Lazarus Herst? That's assuming that I was correct that this is Lazarus here. Why did I say that? Because he went to he was told to go to the inn, get a note from the woman, release the pigeon, and then he was sent here. That's what my thinking was. How does Walter Keane meet Lazarus Herst in this cabin? Because this note is, I'll make the story of true origins known to the other party leaders. Wait. Because yes, her note is, he gives you something that belongs to the one who escaped your tonic, so Edmund Cloudsy, which explains why she has the handkerchief, right? That's what he brought. But on this note, it says, come along and prove something personal of yours to give the woman. So is Lazarus Herst Edmund Cloudsy, and he idled himself to be younger? Because he's said to have died in the cabin, right? They say, oh, he died from his injuries. But did he not? Did he actually just made him, because he wasn't with the Order, right? The Order sent Walter Keane to get the idol from him, right? After he had David Goran kill, what was his face? Something with a W. Willard Wright, right? So they sent Willard Wright to get the idol from Sebastian's Cloudley, like when he died from his will. But then Edmund Clancy Haswell are tried killed to get the idol. Then they send Walter Keane to retrieve it, and supposedly Edmund Clancy died. But instead, they hatch a plan to get him into the Brotherhood so he can take over, do the miracle, become the kind of, was it Griffin Reborn? Is that the whole thing? But then he betrays Walter Keane, right? Because he's tried for, like, he is here. They say, yeah, Walter Keane, he's got lots of infractions for his fashion or whatever, and he's expelled from the order. So he's like, oh yeah, you did crimes, and we're gonna kick you out. And he gets 32 demerits. You took 32 things from me. So he gets 32 demerits. That's what it's about. So Walter Keane killed Lazarus Herst at the cabin. So someone else died. Because this makes sense then this scarecrow wearing this hat, right? Because it'd be like, oh, it's Walter Keane in there in his ridiculous hat. But no, he's hiding here. Yes, you fallen for the same trap as you did all those years ago, as in the scarecrow, right? They used the scarecrow the first time at the cabin where they brought a dead body that wasn't a dead body, just a scarecrow. And then they used the scarecrow here to confuse him. But what happens in the morning? Okay, so in the morning, Lazarus went to the inn to find Walter Keane, but he wasn't there because he sent the servant, right? Because Walter Keane wanted to... Well, our options for the yellow things are years, wife, lost, ideal dead body, or the golden idol. But he doesn't... He wanted to something, or did he just want to have the golden idol? No. Because when he's saying you took 32 things from me, he means the demerit where they were like making them older with the idol. Because obviously he's super old here, but that's because he was like zapped 32 years into the future. Okay, but this is here where he gets killed, right? So in the afternoon, Lazarus Herst went to the cabin to what? Kill Walter Keane, right? Because he was like, I'm just gonna kill him, even though... Because Walter Keane had tried to blackmail, because he was like, I'm gonna tell Lazarus Herst to get back his... Like, he doesn't want the idol, right? He wants his... he wants to reverse the fact that they made him old. So lost years? No. I think I need to sort out what's going on here. Who dies here, right? Who are those people? And why is there a canon? Who said this here? Like, she's got this journal where she says, yeah, the carriage passes by. So that's the carriage we can see at the manor. And then someone on a bicycle comes by. So that's the person that's going to the cabin. And then the two individuals, that's Ko and Alistar, that they're looking for Lazarus. So who was here still? Who was the other people? David Goran is still here. Nicholas Maker is here, but he's alive. Alistair Cohen over he's. James Turner, he's dead. Walter Keane, well, he's been kicked out, right? So we know where he is. So David Goran is one of the people somewhere doing something. So this thing, 2 or fewer. So there's like either an incorrect name or one of the words is not correct. Like he wanted to get back his ideal body. Okay, so if I change the lost years to ideal body, the solution gets worse, which means this is correct. So in the afternoon, Lazarus Herst went to the cabin to kill Walter Keane because Walter Keane tried to blackmail Lazarus Herst to get back his lost years. Unless this isn't Lazarus Herst. Like, did he send like David Goran? Okay, so Lazarus doesn't go himself. He sends David Goran to do it. He's like, I am not getting involved. Which means here Walter Keane kills David Goran, not Lazarus Herst. But Lazarus is also dead, right? Because he's missing. But that means he's dead in here. He's dead in here. So Lazarus Herst... no. Someone killed Lazarus Herst. Who? Who did this? Who set this trap? Who knew he was going there? Because I think the only mention of him going there is here. Lazarus says he's going to the brother Sebastian's property. And this is, what's his face? James Turner's horse, because he has the stamp that we previously saw on James Turner. So did James Turner know Lazarus was going there and decided to betray him? Where does this happen? At the manor? No, someone else did it, I think. Did, like, Peter Bailey do it? Because obviously he's here. And so far, nothing else has happened. So, like, is he smart enough? Because, yes, both the, what was her name? Rose something, right? Peter Bailey's aunt. She dies at the dinner, which means Peter Bailey possibly inherits the manor. And then he inherits Edmund Cloudsley's place as well. So he's basically loaded and he owns those properties now. So he could have set a trap in there. Like, that's his property. Okay, so Peter Bailey set a trap for Lazarus Herst in the manor for some reason. I mean, other than he hates them, he hates the order, right? He doesn't want any of that business. He wants to live his indulgent life of horse betting and spending all the money. Then yes, so that makes sense, because if Lazarus Herst gets killed, he has the idol, right? And then Alistar and James go there. Lazarus dead, but he had the golden idol, except he was hit by a candle. That's when the idol's broken now. So they find it, but obviously they're just super greedy, start fighting over it. Alistar kills James. But in the afternoon, I guess David Goran starts investigating. Lazarus doesn't send him there, like, because Lazarus is dead. David Goran starts investigating where did Lazarus go, and ends up tracking down the path of, like, oh, he was asked to go there and then go there and goes to the cabin, but Walter Keane thinks this is Lazarus, so he kills them anyway, I guess. I mean, I think the biggest revelation here is supposed to be that Lazarus Herst is Edmund Cloudsley that have used the idol to make himself young and then take over basically the whole organization and then become the ruler, except, you know, then he falls for a trap and dies. So, okay, so what happens? Early in the morning, Lazarus went to the manor to find, well, oh, because Peter Bailey and Edmund Cloudsley were both wanted Mary, right? Is he still, like, pining for her after, you know, he had this grand plan of everything else he's gonna do, but at the end of it he's like, I still want the wife. Went to the manor to find Peter Bailey because Lazarus Herst wanted to have the ideal wife? No. To find Mary Bailey? Yeah, okay, yes, obviously he went to find her, not him. Before storming the king's castle with the order party, Lazarus Herst led his men to Sebastian Cloud's old manor in order to kidnap his long-lost love, Mary Bailey, nee Richards, who was hiding there with her husband Peter Bailey. Upon entering the manor, Lazarus and his troops were confronted by a drunk Peter and the cannon he had won while gambling. Peter blew up Lazarus, breaking the idol, and then fled the scene with Mary. Thank you for playing. And I guess that's, yeah, down with virtues. Drink. Hey, weren't you with the order party? Oh, no, I was never part of that ghastly organization. Oh, I can take this gilded brass trinket for scrap metal. You can have 3 for it and call yourself lucky. Okay, so someone is selling the idol on. Who knows what that will result in. Okay, that's the base game done. The difficulty kind of just, you do a bunch of ones that are like, yeah, that totally makes sense. And then there were 3 levels that were like, wow, that's a lot. And you have to comb through a lot of information to get through the answers. But, and yeah, sometimes like the sentences you have to fill in, like most of it is gaps. So it's like, I don't even understand what you're trying to ask me. But I guess slowly over time you can work through it. But yeah, this is a kind of cool thinking game where you just get to, you know, do your thing. Oh, it wasn't it. Started doing an outro, and apparently we're still doing an epilogue. Well, what's this epilogue like? The grand vision of a better world. Okay, we start with all the clues. So here's Witness the power of the idol in my hands and swear loyalty to Lazarus Herst. We will build the ideal society. Okay, this is Edmund, right? He's got the idol on something. Increase matter age. The Brotherhood of Mask. Only one thing is worse than imbeciles. Imbeciles with power. The rich and noble have a special club with mystical rituals and other hogwash, and are so stupid that they did not realize when they had some truly miraculous technology in their hands. However, they are influential and persistent and have already caused a great deal of harm to me and my goals. Walter Keane has told me more about their organization and practices. If he tells the truth and they're truly devoted to the religious entity of Griffin Reborn, I could gain some powerful allies for my next move. Okay, so this is just telling us like how did it happen. Order Party Manifesto, all citizens are equal, all citizens must serve society to the full extent of their abilities. Citizens must be evaluated according to how virtuous they are. A society with internal contradiction is unsustainable, therefore it must be led by the most virtuous citizen. The king should step down, the aristocracy must be abolished. Yeah, I mean, like, he's like, oh, I am going to be the most virtuous, except he died. Literally, he dies because he cannot let go of wanting some other guy's wife. So, you know, where did I get him? The more virtuous citizens are better able to serve society, therefore virtuous citizens deserve to gain more time on this earth, and bad citizens deserve to lose time. So yeah, that's what he starts doing with the aging. Yes, this is unbelievable. My pure Mary is joined in matrimony with that clown Peter Bailey. She must have done it out of grief for my death. Such a hasty decision goes against every principle of virtue. Therefore I consider the marriage null and void. She will come to me once she learns I still live. But for now, my duties in the service of humanity take precedence. Yes, so it's all because he wants the girl. Society must be built on principles of virtue. Only thus can it become truly great. Look at the Lemurians thousands of years ago. They had an empire on the banks of 7 seas. Their ancient technology continues to baffle modern science. But they became inert and decadent and forgot how to build and operate their machines. Their empire crumbled because it was built on pleasure-seeking, not virtue. It is by divine providence that I got my hands on a working ancient Lemurian artifact, the Golden Idol. I will use its powers to set humanity on the right path by building the ideal state. Yep, so that's basically the exposition at the end of like what happened, what was the plan. There is some dead guy. Donate to a veteran who lost his legs in the noble defense of his homeland. Half-empty bottle of gin, and he dead. I swear it, yes, with these powers, I will do whatever is necessary to build a better world. Okay, so he's got the whole Brotherhood of Masks, who's who. Yeah, Sebastian was in it, Willard was in it. Some other people like Chester Davy and Jeffrey Sinclair, they are named. At least Jeffrey Sinclair are named, but we don't get to like see them as characters. I think he's the one that dies in the ritual, right? But we don't see his face. Yes, my lord, I swear my loyalty to you, and I will undertake whatever tasks are required of me. David, I thank you for dealing with all the challenges relating to my death, and for keeping an eye on a new ally. I do feel I have impressed him not only with the Golden Idol, but also with my vision of the ideal society. Come to our hideout on November 24th. We are ready for the next step. Yeah, so, well, we started with all the clues here, but this is just like, summarize the game. This is the test of like everything. What was the story? Okay, so this is the thing. So Sebastian Cloudsley left the idol to the Brotherhood, right, in his will, because he gave it to Willard Wright, who was representative of the Brotherhood in his will. But then David Goran, on Edmund Cloudsley's orders, stole the idol and accidentally stabbed Willard Wright. The Brotherhood tasked Walter Keane to punish Edmund Cloudsley and recover the idol, but his attempts were fruitless. Yes, okay, so I was saying you don't need to remember the whole thing earlier, but yes, this is basically, yes, you need to figure out the whole story. You need to say you understand the whole thing. So during one attempt, Walter Keane was captured and Edmund Cloudsley convinced him to join his side. Edmund Cloudsley used the idol to make himself young and infiltrated the Brotherhood under the new identity of Lazarus Herst. Then he claimed to be Griffin Reborn and transformed the Brotherhood into the order party, right? Something's wrong. No, I accidentally put a party here. Yes, this is a good thing I was kind of keeping the whole story on the side and all that, because now I can just do it. So, Brotherhood Masters. There's a piece of paper for this. There's James Turner, Angus McBay, Alistair Cole, James Turner, and Alistair. Oh, I guess McBain, he's the one who fell from the lighthouse, so he doesn't get to say. They helped Lazarus Herst seize power in the country and enforce the rule of virtues by taking youth away from common people and giving it to the order party members. Right before the showdown with the uncooperative king, Lazarus Herst, I assume we were using his name at the time, wanted to kidnap Mary Batley, but was shot by Peter Batley, and the idol was broken. Oh, I accidentally again put the name in the wrong thing. Now we are done, okay. Yes, so I was able to summarize the story because I've kept all of the things in my whiteboard of like, here's all the solutions, here's all of the things. So I already had a good grasp about what happened across the game. So this was just a test of like, did you understand all of the things just to finish? But yes, it's a good deduction game. Sometimes the things get a bit, where did I see this one node? Because like the things that get saved as the words, obviously you have access to them all the time. But if there was like a piece of paper on a person and there's multiple scenes, then I'm like, where did I see that thing? So I keep having to like click through things again, try to find them. But I mean, that's like part of the game, right? You're supposed to absorb the information correctly. But yes, most of it made sense to me. There were a few levels I got stumbled on because they made it a lot more kind of multi-step obscure. How are you supposed to interpret certain information? And I mean, and sometimes it's just because there's a lot. But obviously, yes, you want the difficulty of the game to go up as you go. So I guess you should expect to be required to find more over time. So this game has 2 DLCs. I currently don't have them, obviously can get them and play through them. And then there's a whole second game I already have, and that one has DLC. So what I'm saying is we can keep going on with this, right? Like we can keep going with Golden Idol games for a few episodes still. So, leave comments down below what you think about this one. Do you think it's worth playing those DLCs and then the second game? Or are the DLCs not that important, good, whatever? Should I just go to the second game? Any other thoughts about the game? Leave a like to let me and YouTube know that you've enjoyed this. And I'll see you soon on another adventure.